You breathe in, and what leaves your mouth is not commentary, but a spark landing on dry ground. Some books don't wait politely to be read. They break the door open. They drag you back into the factories, into the dust and the heat and the rage. Workers on the Road to January is one of those books, a book that refuses to forget, refuses to forgive, refuses to let history of this country to be written without its real authors. From the first page, you meet a class that was never meant to speak, yet spoke louder than anyone else. A class treated as background decoration, suddenly stepping into the center of the frame. The Egyptian working class here is not a symbol, but a force, tired, wounded, enraged, but unbreakable. A class that knows revolutions don't start with think tanks or parliaments, they start with the people who have nothing left to lose except their weariness. And the book throws you straight into Mahalla, December 2006, the moment the ground began to shake under the regime's feet. Tens of thousands of workers, machines silenced, fists rising, and a wall of voices erupting in the morning air. They chant from the gut, from hunger, from humiliation, from the years of being told to accept crumbs. And something shifts, suddenly. For the first time in a long time, power looks vulnerable. The strength of this book is not just in the facts, it's in the humanity inside them. Wedad, Amal, Wael, Kamal, people who never thought they would become leaders, but who stepped forward because no one else would. People who discovered their voices not in party meetings, but in the factory floor, in the middle of a strike, surrounded by police trucks and management threats. And the book makes the truth unmistakably clear. January didn't appear out of nowhere. January was built by strikes that tore through the myth of neoliberal prosperity, by protests that revealed the lie behind every glowing economic report, by hungry people demanding dignity in a system designed to starve them. The workers' movement didn't follow the revolution, it lit the fuse. The economic story here is brutal: wages that degrade the body, bonuses used as illusions, a state obsessed with pleasing investors while crushing the people who make everything in this country function. Reading the book, you realize the ugliest truth. Poverty is not an accident, poverty is policy. And the only time the needle moves is when workers rise together. But this book doesn't romanticize, it carries heavy grief, broken unions, leaders imprisoned or forced out, promises of the revolution collapsing under boots and batons. There is heaviness in every chapter, the heaviness of people who know what it means to fight, win, lose, and start again. The book doesn't try to soothe you, it tries to prepare you. It says rights can be revoked, victories can be stolen, unless those who create wealth control their own destiny. And then comes the question that echoes long after the last page. How does a society rise when its workers are scattered and unprotected? How does a nation build justice when the hands that build everything cannot secure their own bread? The book's answer is uncompromising. The working class is the foundation of political life. When workers rise, the nation rises. When the workers are silenced, everything collapses. Workers on the Road to January is not a memorial, it's a weapon of memory, a blueprint of struggle, a reminder that the people who keep this country alive have always been the ones willing to risk everything. It's a book that demands to be read aloud, argued over, handed around in cafes, factories, schools. It tells the next generation, don't look for politics on television, look for it in the workshop, the bus stop, the market stall, the shift change. That's where revolutions begin. And maybe, just maybe, the next one is already taking shape. Maybe it's growing quietly in the same places as before, the same factories, the same break rooms, the same exhausted courage. And if it comes, this book will be there, whispering, shouting, reminding, we've walked this road, we know its dangers, and we're not afraid.